We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
M26 set to kick off.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the set. Smash, smash. Here we go, set. 19 Tigers, ready.
Let's start on the ground here on first down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4 at the 34-yard line.
And from the 34, here's second and 4.
Ready, let go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sewell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a third and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Go.
From the gun on third down. Green. A short one here, caught by McBride. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up fourth down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, first and 10.
Okay,
looking
ready.
to put a drive together.
Ready.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You look at this Cowboy defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
That's taken in. It's Xavier again. And they'll get get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Carolina.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this time not quite to the 30, will be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
50 Bobcats. 50 Bobcats. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Down inside the 10. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
19-8. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as Brown. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
70 Lions. Hurt.
On 1st down, Randall. And he'll work it across
stops midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Okay, so break. From Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds Hillman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the
Cowboys at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Second down and inches. Sherwood here, caught by McBride. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands. They, of course, are a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Go! Check, set, go!
Up the middle they go. Sewell. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he's brought down at the 34. We call it a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Come on, come on. Let's try him, 60.
He'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
Okay, ready?
And try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Let's go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Homer. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hey, smash Broncos.
On third down. Sewell. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Just a 1 yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Well, he's going to have it first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
Big Lion. Let's go.
Completes it to Perry. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Got it. Ready? 18, Pioneer. Get up. Viking, 18.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
19, target. Go.
Looking to throw. Green. They'll try and set up the screen out wide. No gain on the play. And that'll set up second and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Come on. Hey, smash. 70 Lions. Ready, ready.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Ready.
And here's Green. Gonna throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Panthers nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go now.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, caught by McConkey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Down there, and that's legal. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got this man in stride complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Anthony Gould, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Panthers 7. McPherson set to kick
After the
off.
touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Their own 38-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
18,
They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18 Cardinals.
Back to throw now on first down. Ball was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Alert. Alert. 70. Ready.
Back to throw. Green. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Panther 11. Panther 11. No street. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw. Green. Into the hands of Perry. Complete. And the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a gain of 14, down 2-14.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Come on, come on. Set. Bronco.
Back to throw again. And it hits him in stride. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Cougar 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Whistles come in and a timeout. We'll see if they try to run one more quick hitter, or will they go ahead and kick the field goal here?
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go.
A final shot before break. Green. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw. That incomplete to Lincoln. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. This one finds McConkey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Strike. 19, Charger. 19, strike.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Down, that's the deal. And down inside the 15 he goes. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Ready.
In motion goes the tight end.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now Green. Block play action. A short throw there. Put it in the wall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready. Red, 38. Set, hut.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Sewell. Now inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go. No one downfield there to stop him.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line. Timeout. They had the good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That one complete to McConkey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on. Hey.
Back to throw here. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
To throw is Green. Throwing to start the drive. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A.T. Perry, 48 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Panthers.
77 look. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this
this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how they can hurt you.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Here we go.
Taylor is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Ready?
This likely a must-have. Third and goal.
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Cougar 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now obviously they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sewell. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
And
now they'll shift things around.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Dragon 60. Ready.
To throw from his end zone. Green. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 43. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They had a huge play last time. Here it is is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8.
76.
And a good run here as he'll run all the way down to the 40-yard line.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Okay, ready? Deputy! Liking it.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone out.
And take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2 games.